All right, so my therapist told me, I've been going to therapy, y'all, for real. This is my 3rd week. Kid you not. Swear to God, I made it to week 3, right? I missed today's session, but I'm going to make it up Friday. But listen, though, let me tell you, she told me that I was actually crazy. Hurt my freaking feelings. Because I feel like you don't know me like that. This is just our first session. Usually you have to know me like a year before you could just make that assumption. But she caught it right off. She said I was real crazy. Diagnosed me with bipolar. Ain't that a sucker? But anyways, getting past that, about this wig. How does it look? Look good? I look crazy? Okay. So here's the deal about the wig, because I was like, therapist says I'm crazy, might as well walk in it. And I decided I'm going to be Storm from now on, from X-Men, right? I asked my son, he's 14. I said, how do I look? I'm Storm from X-Men. He says, you look like a villain. I was like, what? A villain? Yeah, you look like you about to steal somebody's Dalmatians right now. And I'm like, wow, does nothing for my confidence. I'm an unemployed people, make some noise. Okay. Well, it's just me. All right, I'm cool with that. So anyway, unemployed, you do unemployed people stuff. You know what I mean? Like drive 50 in the fast lane, that kind of stuff. I make people with jobs lives harder since I don't have one. Like I go to Walmart and get like 3 baskets of cold items, go to the register and take like 15 minutes to find my card, and then let it decline. I do stuff like that. It's crazy, right? All right, so married men joke. Okay, so I'm on a date with. Okay, so first thing when you meet a guy as a woman, what do you ask? Are you married? All right. Everybody knows the deal. So I asked this guy. I'm like, hey, you married? Because he wanted my number. So you married? He was like, no, of course not. So he was like, okay, I want to take you on a date to see who was some comedian. And I said, okay, yeah, I'm going. Tickets like $100-something. I'm going. I asked him again. I'm like, hey, are you married? He was like, of course. I told you, I got a wife. I'm like, damn, what? I know. I'm not tripping, but I was gonna leave, but the tickets was like $100 per person for the comedy show. So I was like, I'm in. Like, I'll talk to God about this later. But so during the date, I'm sitting here minding my own business. He's behind me because he's married. I'm not even trying to pay attention to you. I'm here to see the show at this point. He reaches around and grabbed my crotch, man, and I was like, what? And then he started screaming, are you a goddamn man? And I was like, no, I'm on my cycle. You just grabbed my pad, but thanks for embarrassing me in public, And so he's staring at me the whole time, like really, really mad. He was like, you should have told me you were on your cycle. You should have known I wanted to have sex with you. And I'm like, sir, we just met yesterday, and that's not something I just go around telling everybody. Okay, so anyways, I need to talk to you what I found out. White people have limits. Okay, my stepdad was white, right? And I found out that white people have limits on how many black people they can deal with at one time. Okay, it was me and my sister, okay, and my mom. That was the only time. So anyways, I'm trying to make through this joke real quick. So my dad, before he called my mom the first N-word, it took a while for him to get there. Okay, so he would sound like a Chinese. So he'd be like, "You would," like this went on for years, right? So one day we're all sleeping, and my mom wakes up like it was a tornado. Everybody wake up right now! He finally did it. He didn't call me the N-word. And it's 3:40 in the morning. And I'm like, I'm probably sure you deserved it. Because it's 3:40 in the morning. I want to call you the N-word. Right? But okay, so if you want to scare black children, when we first met our stepdad, we were so embarrassed because we were the only ones with dads, and let alone he's white, so that's really weird. You know what I mean? And we was in the hood. So you seeing a black girl with a stepdad in the hood, we was embarrassed. I was trying to tell everybody he was my probation officer. But anyways, but the scariest thing is, this is my last joke, the scariest thing, this true story, was steak night. Was absolutely terrifying because he cooked this steak like this. Then he flip it over, and then it was done. Not us. It takes like 7 to 10 business days for us to get all the blood out. You know what I'm saying? So my mom, she sees the steak. It's all bloody on the plate. She was like, what the hell? Because, that's not something we see. People eating bloody food in our minds. And she was like, that's not done. And so she takes the steak with her bare hand off the plate and throw it back on the skillet. And it just... And he says, you're ruining That's my time.